All right, so what I got here is a Unifi CloudKey Gen 2. It's got Debian of some sort on it. I have a thumb drive plugged into the USB port in the back. I currently have the CK-utility killed and most of the other services running on my CloudKey turned off just for performance reasons. Here what I have is a handful of different sessions into SSH on that machine. So if I do wall hi, you can see hi is all over the place. Okay, cool. So if I type htop, you can see a bunch of Unifi services, node, Unifi talk, all sorts of fun stuff. Okay, so that is my Unifi CloudKey. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that. I have a script running in the top right. Again, this is all just on the CloudKey. Nothing is running on my machine. I have a script up here that just copies from the X virtual frame buffer, turns it into grayscale, and then uses DD to pipe it to the frame buffer on the CloudKey. The frame buffer ends up on that screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and just run that. It's gonna be really noisy, but it is what it is. On the top left, I have a VNC server running. See, there's that broadcast message. And that is my machine connected to it. Again, this is all on the CloudKey. I'm gonna go ahead and start Half-Life 2. There are a couple gotchas. It doesn't like to start with a super low resolution, so you have to actually trick it into thinking the resolution or the display drive or the display device is actually a VR headset. It's one line in config you change. Here we are in Half-Life 2. Is really hard to tell, and the CloudKey is totally has a burned-in screen, so it's even worse. But it is running. I'll go ahead and map d1 _ train. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the first map. Let me get another session just so you can see that it's actually running on the CloudKey. Htop, okay. So here we are, Half-Life 2 is running in htop. You can see the miserable 3 gigs of RAM it has. But yeah, there's Half-Life 2 running. And it's on the screen. Hey, there's G-Man. It's kind of funny that the screen looks better right there, frame rate wise, on the actual this. But right there, obviously there's color. The X virtual frame buffer is actually forced to 160 by 60, which is the resolution of this. So it looks absolutely atrocious. But it's more of just looking at it than actually playing it. If you crank up the sensitivity high enough and you want to, you can play around. I was able to run around earlier before it broke, and it totally was fine. But yeah, the VNC is just a little bit behind. But yeah, that's Half-Life 2 running on the CloudKey. Let me get into the map and show you. It's kind of hard to tell on CloudKey, but if you move around, you can kind of see that things are happening. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but why not?